$125 a month. That's it. That's the difference between retiring with $400,000 and retiring with $630,000. $210,000 from one decision made in 10 minutes on your first day at a new job. And here's the wild part. Most people who made that decision, they genuinely thought they were doing the right thing. They were contributing every paycheck without fail. But there's a difference between contributing to your 401k and contributing correctly. Let's talk about what that actually means. My name is Ricky, and I reverse engineer retirement mistakes so you don't have to make them yourself. If you're someone who has a 401k but honestly isn't sure if you're using it right, hit subscribe and give this a thumbs up if it ends up helping you out. Here's what happens to most people. New job, HR hands you the enrollment form. Nobody really explains it, so you pick the default contribution rate and move on with your life. That moment right there, that's where it starts. According to Vanguard's 2023 How America Saves reports, 58% of 401k participants are still sitting at their plan's default contribution rate years later. And most defaults, they're set at just 3% of your salary. 3%, which sounds responsible until you find out that 3% is quietly leaving thousands of dollars in free money on the table every single year. Money your employer already set aside for you, already budgeted, already waiting. And most people don't find out until they're in their 50s, when it's not impossible to fix, but it's a whole lot harder. That's the feeling I want to help you avoid. So let's get into exactly what's happening and exactly what to do about it. Now, here's the belief I want to challenge. Most people assume that the default settings on their 401k were designed with their best interest in mind. Like the company set this up, HR approved it, surely it's fine. But that's not how it works. Default settings exist for legal compliance. They're designed so the company checks a box. They are not designed to maximize your retirement. Think about it like a new phone. If you bought a phone and left every setting on default forever, your battery life would be terrible. Your notifications would be a mess. It technically works, but it's not working for you. Your 401k on default settings is that phone, contributing but not optimized. And the shift I want you to make today is simple. Stop treating your 401k like something that just happens to you. Start treating it like a tool you actively manage, because the math behind that shift is genuinely kind of shocking. Let me show you. All right, let's talk about the employer match, because this is where the actual money is hiding. Most companies with a 401k offer what's called an employer match, meaning for every dollar you put in up to a certain percentage, your employer adds money on top for free. A really common structure is a 100% match up to 3% of your salary. So if you make $50,000 a year and you contribute 3%, that's $1,500 from you. Your employer adds another $1,500. You now have $3,000 going into your account and you only paid for half of it. That's the match. And here's where most people go wrong. According to Fidelity's 2023 retirement data, about 21% of 401k participants are not contributing enough to capture their full employer match. 1 in 5 people leaving free money, uncollected, money their employer already budgeted for them. And here's the framing that I think really lands. When you don't contribute enough to get the full match, you are voluntarily taking a pay cut. That match is part of your total compensation. Your employer calculated it in. If you don't claim it, it doesn't come back to you in your paycheck. It just disappears. So the question isn't really, can I afford to contribute more? The real question is, can I afford to keep leaving part of my salary on the table every single year? When you frame it that way, the answer gets real clear, real fast. So why does this keep happening? Honestly, 2 reasons. First, people don't fully understand how the match works. HR mentions it once during onboarding, it never really comes up again, so people just assume they're fine. Second, people feel like they genuinely can't afford to put more in. And look, I'm not dismissing that. Budgets are tight, life is expensive, I get it. But here's something most people don't realize about how 401k contributions actually work. The money comes out of your paycheck before you ever see it, before taxes, before it hits your bank account, which means your brain never really registers it as money you had. That's not a trick, that's just how payroll works. And it means that for a lot of people, increasing their contribution by even 1% genuinely doesn't feel like anything month to month. The discomfort you're imagining is usually bigger than the actual reality. Now, let me show you exactly what the numbers look like in real life. Two people, same age, same job, same salary. Meet Marcus and Diana. Both are 25, both just started at a company paying $50,000 a year. Same 401k, same employer match, 100% up to 3%. Marcus goes with the default, contributes 3%, gets his full match. Total annual contribution, $3,000. He sets it and never touches it again. Diana actually reads through the plan details. She bumps her contribution up to 6%. Employer still only matches 3%, so Diana's total annual contribution is $4,500 per year. The gap between them each year? $1,500 out of her own pocket. Now, let's run that out over 35 years at 7% annual returns. Marcus ends up with approximately $420,000. Diana ends up with approximately $630,000. That's a $210,000 difference from $1,500 extra a year, which is $125 a month. Let that sit for a second. $125. That's less than most people spend on subscriptions they forgot they signed up for. Now look, I'm hearing the objection already. Ricky, I literally cannot squeeze another $125 out of my budget right now. And maybe that's genuinely true. I'm not here to tell you your budget is wrong. But here's what most people don't realize. You don't have to do it all at once. Most 401k plans let you increase your contribution by just 1% per year. 1%. On a $50,000 salary, that's about $41 a month before taxes. And because it comes out pre-tax, your actual take-home drop is even smaller than that. Most people genuinely don't notice. Small increases, automatic, consistent over time. That is the actual game, not some dramatic financial overhaul, just nudging the number up a little every year and letting time do the heavy lifting. Diana didn't out-earn Marcus, she just paid attention earlier. That's it. Okay, so here's something I want to address directly. Because you might be watching this and thinking, all right, I'll bump up my contribution. Got it. Done. And that's great. Seriously. That's step one, and it matters. But there's a second piece to this that most people completely skip. And I'm not going to make this into a whole separate problem. I'm going to frame it as the other half of the same decision. When you enrolled in your 401k, you didn't just choose how much to contribute. You also chose where that money goes. And for most people, that second choice was never really a choice at all. The money just went into whatever the default fund was. Here's what most people don't realize. A lot of default funds are low-risk, low-growth options. Stable value funds, money market funds. They're safe. They don't go up and down dramatically. But safe also means slow. A money market fund might return around 1 to 2% per year. A diversified index fund tracking the broad market has historically averaged closer to 7% over long periods. Same $10,000, same 30 years. At 2%, you end up with around $18,000. At 7%, you end up with around $76,000. That's a $58,000 difference from one checkbox. Now, here's your action item for tonight. Log into your 401k and look at two things: your contribution rate and what fund your money is actually sitting in. That's it. Just look. According to a 2022 Employee Benefit Research Institute survey, nearly 40% of participants have never reviewed their fund allocation after initial enrollment. If you haven't looked in a while, tonight's the night. Here's the mindset piece I want to leave you with. Retirement planning isn't about being perfect. It's not about knowing everything day one. It's about not staying on autopilot forever. The people who actually build real wealth over time, they're not financial geniuses. They're not making dramatic, risky moves. They just check in periodically. They increase their contribution when life allows. They make sure their money is actually working instead of just sitting there. Compound growth is real. Time is real. And the gap between someone who optimizes a little early versus someone who never adjusts at all, that gap ends up being worth hundreds of thousands of dollars by retirement. You don't need to be wealthy to start. You just need to start, and then keep making small adjustments. That's the whole thing, honestly. All right, let's bring it home. 3 things tonight. Number 1,
Log into your 401k and check your contribution rate. Find out what your employer match is. If you're not hitting the threshold to get the full match, that's the first thing to fix. That match is your salary. Claim it. Number 2, look at what fund your money is actually in. If it's sitting in a money market or stable value fund by default, look into whether a target date fund or low-cost index fund makes more sense for your timeline. If you're unsure, that's a great question for your HR department or a financial advisor. And number 3, if you can't increase your contributions significantly right now, increase it by just 1% this year. Set a reminder to do it again next year. Small and consistent beats big and occasional every single time. Remember Marcus and Diana. Same salary, same employer, same starting point.
$210,000 difference. From paying attention. From $125 a month. From a few small decisions made a little earlier. The 401k is not complicated. It just requires attention. And now you know where to look. Look, I'm not here to tell you exactly what to do with your money. Your situation is yours. Your budget is real. But I do want you to do one thing after this video. Just go check. Log in tonight, 5 minutes. Look at your rate, look at your fund. That's it. That one step puts you ahead of a huge percentage of people who are just coasting on whatever default they picked years ago. If this helped you see something you hadn't thought about before, give it a thumbs up. It genuinely helps more people find this content. And if you want to keep learning how to make your money actually work for you, subscribe. We do this every week. All right, I'll catch you in the next one.